welcome to CryptoTV. I'm your host, Ornella Hernandez, and I'll be breaking down some of the latest news from the Web3 world. Today, we'll look at the state of blockchain gaming, and we welcome a special guest to come talk about GameFi. Let's get started. GameFi is the integration of gaming and finance, and it's often framed as an essential stepping stone to building out metaverse experiences and virtual worlds. And the demand for gamers will persist regardless of economic conditions. Hey, gamers gonna game. But my question is, which blockchain-based games are making the cuts? Let's start with a number: $7.2 billion. That's the total market capitalization or value of gaming-focused cryptocurrencies and tokens at this moment in time. $7.2 billion and over 1,000 currencies. These cryptocurrencies aren't so much investment tools, rather they are used to reward players for in-game achievements and are used for in-game spending on power-ups, characters, health, weapons, or skins, aka the look of a character. And increasingly, these skins or weapons are tokenized as NFTs so that players can own them. Here are some more numbers. According to DappRadar's Q3 industry report, the average number of daily unique active wallets interacting with decentralized applications, or dApps, reached an average of 2.2 million daily active wallets on chain. Now, 35% of those wallets interacted with blockchain gaming applications in Q3, which is the largest percentage of interaction compared to DeFi, social, and NFT-related dApps. Blockchain gaming continues to hold the largest portion of the industry's activities. However, its dominance has witnessed a marginal decline since the start of the year, as we can see in this chart. And the DappRadar reports also found that the top 5 NFT collections, based on their quarterly sales count, all belong to the gaming realm. So I'll take this to mean that NFT elements in-game remain a major draw in the NFT sector for Q3 2023. Now we got the games Gods Unchained and Axie Infinity on there, as well as 2 sports-related platforms, NBA Top Shot for basketball and NFL All Day for American football. Let's take a look at the CoinMarketCap charts again. These are the 10 gaming tokens with the highest market cap: Render, IMX from Immutable X ecosystem, AXS from Axie Infinity game, Sand from the Sandbox, and Mana from Decentraland metaverse platforms. Ape Coin from Yuga Labs, the company behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, Gala from Gala Games developers, Engine Coin from the Engine blockchain, GMT from the Step to Earn game StepIn, and in 10th place we have Floki, which is inspired by and named after the meme token Shiba Inu. Now let's take a look more into how these games-related tokens are doing. Let's start with Axie Infinity. This game was a pioneer in the world of Web3 and the play-to-earn movement. It started in 2018, and then it actually almost collapsed due to decreasing player numbers, but nonetheless, it persists and remains strong. The developers behind it actually just released an October developer update for its Origins title. They cited that upcoming competitive tournaments in Asia have garnered excitement, that new characters, or Axies as they are called, with abilities to evolve over time have also strengthened appeal in the game, they said, and a party land asset called Homeland that allows landowners to earn AXS while gameplay occurs on their plots increased engagement. So all good things over here in the Axie universe. Now let's take a look at Immutable, which is a company that aims to enhance the blockchain gaming experience on Ethereum, and its Layer 2 solution is called Immutable X. Gods Unchained is one of its most popular Web3 games, and it's even collaborated with GameStop, the brick-and-mortar video game store. Recently, Immutable announced a new partnership with Amazon Web Services, or AWS, that could have a significant impact on the gaming industry if it does what they want, which is to simplify game development while enhancing safety and accessibility for developers and gamers. Okay, this sounds good. According to this tweet from Immutable, this partnership will open doors to a network of potential game studio partners and access to dedicated resources from AWS, facilitating prospective deals, and Immutable will be able to offer AWS cloud credits to game studios through AWS Activate, which provides up to $100,000 to cover cloud services. So basically, all this means is that Amazon will help Immutable X games to launch faster and more easily at a global scale, or at least that's the hope. Now let's look at Ape Coin, an ERC20 governance and utility token. Ape Coin holders govern themselves via the Ape Coin DAO and vote on how the Ape Coin DAO ecosystem fund should be used. Then the Ape Foundation administers proposals agreed upon by Ape Coin holders. Ape Coin was created to power Yuga Labs' metaverse gaming platform named Otherside. However, development on the Otherside front has been quiet for a while and seemingly sidelined. We've recently learned from a recent blog post from Yuga Labs that recent shifts in the NFT market, coupled with declining Bored Ape, NFT, and Ape Coin prices, have prompted Yuga Labs to streamline operations. So this includes a restructure, laying off staff in the US mainly for now, and reprioritizing. Okay, not great news. This is an example of another company falling from grace due to the bear market, or so it says. Yuga Labs considers itself a gaming company now because it seems to have gone all in on expanding Otherside virtual experiences, mainly by partnering with companies like spatial computer company Hadean, or the game studios like Bad Rhino and Faraway. Now, I know they've hosted demos and trips to the Otherside for holders, but in their quest to be the metaverse of all metaverses, that's just yet to be seen. They actually have an upcoming Otherside game called Legends of the Mara in beta that is powered by Ape Coin. Now, if this is any good, then just maybe it'll drive up prices. Now, if you're interested in checking out any of these games for yourself, whether it's one that I just mentioned or others, here is a list of the top 5 Web3 games of September 2023, according to games.gg. The first up is 9 Heroes. Then we have Rec League, Shardbound, Block Lords, and Pirate Nation. Please let me know if you end up playing any of these games. And in the meantime, I've invited a special guest to give his 2 cents on the blockchain gaming industry. So let's see what Domenik has to say. Joining me today, we have Domenik, who is the CEO of IBloxx Group. How are you today, Domenik?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm glad that you joined me today. I want to learn more about GameFi and what your role is at IBloxx. So let's just take it from the beginning. Tell me how you ended up in crypto in the first place. Were you a gamer before? Tell me your story.
I mean, I have been always a gamer as a child, but I was too busy to game consistently at a certain age. I have actually an athletic background as well, so I tried to become a professional basketball player when I was very young.
Okay.
Had lots of injuries, and then went into finance and trading. I was trading for hedge funds.
As one does, naturally, from sports to finance.
Exactly. So went into banking. I was vice president in Credit Suisse, and then during my times at Credit Suisse, I actually started trading crypto because it was the only thing that I was allowed to trade. So all the stocks and other derivatives, because I was working on the trading floor, I wasn't allowed to trade those. And crypto, they said, oh yeah, you can trade those things. We don't care about that.
Really?
Right? That was back in 2016.
So what'd you start with? Bitcoin or which other crypto?
Mainly Bitcoin, yeah. And then quickly went over to altcoins as well. Since I was still working for Credit Suisse, I was developing these algorithms, market-making algorithms, arbitrage trading algorithms, like basically algorithmic trading, because that was also my background for hedge funds that I was trading. So yeah, that made a lot of sense to me, and it was quite interesting. Obviously, the market was just ramping up to that huge bull market that happened in 2017. So I had a good timing as well.
Okay. And you wanted to go back to your roots, which was gaming.
Yes.
So that's how you ended up at IBloxx?
Kind of, yes. So with IBloxx itself, we did a lot of consulting, especially here in the UAE. So IBloxx is, as a group, we're based in Liechtenstein and Bulgaria, but headquartered here in Dubai. We actually want to move everything here because the government and the whole environment is super supportive here. You find lots of talent here. But we did a lot of consulting in the gaming market. So especially in crypto gaming, there's the economic aspect of a game economy is very significant. I think it was one of the reasons also why certain crypto projects didn't do so well after the bull market in 21.
Right.
So we ended up doing a lot of consulting in that field, and we hired quite a few game developers to build our own game, Straight Shot. Okay,
I see. And so, since you mentioned the UAE and Dubai, I know that IBloxx has a partnership with the DMCC, both its crypto and its gaming arm.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that partnership?
Yeah, we have two entities here in Dubai that are both located in DMCC. And this partnership for us is really good because first, Dubai in general is a great place to set up a business. But especially the close collaboration with DMCC is very helpful for us, right? Coincidentally, we did actually a funding round at the beginning of the year for the gaming division of IBloxx. We raised $5 million at a 30 million post-money valuation. And it was raised within DMCC. So our lead investor was DMCC based as well. Although I knew him from a long time from Switzerland, but I found this like very fitting for us.
Got it. So IBloxx Studio is the gaming arm of IBloxx Group. Okay. So could you tell us a little bit about the state of blockchain-based games and Web3-based games? And since you've been in it for a while, working for a while, that evolution, like where are we at now? How far have we come?
I think blockchain gaming is still in its infancy. When you look at blockchain gaming and how it compares to traditional gaming from an active user point of view, and there's many reasons why this is the case, but from an active user's point of view, you see the top games having like between 50,000 to like 120, 130,000 daily active users.
Is that a lot?
It's actually not. It sounds like a lot, right? But if you compare it to, Counter-Strike, CSGO, or Valorant, or all that.
So the big games.
The big
titles,
games, right? Yeah. And they even measure their user base not in daily active users, because it would be too many. They measure it in concurrent users, so CCUs.
So what does that mean?
It's basically players that play at the very same time, right? So it's a difference, and the number of CCUs is significantly larger when you translate it to daily active users.
Got it. Well, because a lot of people are playing together, right?
Yes.
Or they're in guilds, or
yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. And so, tell me some titles that are coming out of IBloxx Studios. What can we look forward to?
Our main title is Stray Shot. It was formerly called 0x Battleground. We recently rebranded to Stray Shot. It's a blockchain-based shooter game.
Okay.
We're currently in beta. We're fortunate enough to sign up a couple of celebrities. So we have NBA stars, which is...
Can you tell me who?
Yeah, LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball, LaVar Ball.
From Charlotte Hornets?
Yes, correct. Wow, you're a basketball fan, okay. So we signed up those guys. Super happy, super excited about the partnership. So they will be playable characters in our game, and they will support us with marketing, and they love actually what we're doing.
So why NBA players for a shooter game?
It's actually a thing for celebrities in general. So Snoop Dogg recently joined Call of Duty, but actually Call of Duty even has an NBA star as well. They have Kevin Durant. He's one of the best players in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas LaMelo is up and coming, and in his age is literally top. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Celebrities. I mean, we have Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo for Binance. So
yeah.
Makes sense. All right, and so what about? Tell me a little bit more about Stray Shot. Tell me a little bit more about Stray Shot and how it's different from other video games out there, other shooter games, and why it needs Web3 based elements.
Stray Shot is different compared to other crypto games from the perspective that we make it very easy, right? In 2021, when the first wave of the bull market of crypto games literally exploded, there was a lot of technological friction, how to set up a wallet, pay for gas fees and all of these things.
Still kind of is a little bit.
It is, but we completely take that out of it. So in our game, everything is done for the user. It's literally like a Web 2 experience that we brought to Web 3. But everything is on chain. So this is the benefits against other blockchain games. And the benefits versus traditional gaming, there's plenty. So asset ownership, right? That you literally own what you have. Also this aspect of being able to trade assets that you accumulate during the gameplay.
Okay, so this means like weapons, for example, right?
For example, yes. So for example, weapon sales, selling skins, is it called, is a big thing in many games, often in black markets, right? And there's lots of fraud happening there. So when you kind of like have a decentralized exchange where you can exchange these assets, that's a huge benefit for gaming as well. Right?
Okay. Oh, so it decreases illegal activity.
As well, yes.
I didn't realize that was such an issue with video games.
We even use it for security of the game. So we can do certain authentications of users that have certain assets on chain where we make calls during the game, all behind the scenes. So the gameplay is not negatively affected, but we can check, does this player really have this gun? Should he have like this kind of assets inside the game? Because cheating is another big thing, another big problem in Web 2 games and Web 3 games alike.
Yeah, like looking up the cheat codes. Or
yes, exactly.
Okay. And you mentioned earlier that a lot of games in prior years tried but failed to retain customers. So what makes a sustainable token economic plan?
Oh, that's a long discussion, but to drill it down, I think it comes to a very sensitive or sensible and logical economic system behind. So what we do a lot is in 2021, when all the big crypto games came out and exploded, they literally lived off this hype of initially, like the market advancing significantly and then being able to pay out these huge amounts. For example, Axie Infinity, just in the year 21 alone, paid out $3.1 billion in rewards, right? And that's on chain, this can be verified. However, it was not sustainable because they were literally hyperinflating their token, right? They paid out so much, they had less revenues coming in than they were actually paying out.
And they were dependent on the number of users to survive, right?
As well, correct. And when you create this kind of hyperinflation environment, I mean, it's just a question of when the token will basically fall significantly. And what we do different is we do a lot of, we use all of our, I would say, quantitative finance and data science know-how. So we do simulations, we do stress tests, and we build a sustainable economy behind it.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that all that went into making a video game economy.
Yeah, it's quite complex, yes.
Okay. And what else can we expect from IBloxx Studios?
This is the only title that we're currently focusing on because we don't believe that you need to have tens of titles issuing, but we're expanding to mobile very soon as well. So it's a PC-based game. So the next step for us is literally the mobile phone expansion and consoles as well. So both of it is planned for next year, for 2024. And and from there on, we'll look forward to keep supporting the gaming community that we build, introduce new seasons, and just keep enhancing the game. Okay.
Can you mention any other titles out there that you personally like or just like to play even? When it comes to, Web3 games?
In Web3 games, I have to say no.
No? Okay.
No, because...
so you haven't seen anyone that you actually like, besides your own?
I mean, we played all, right? So, but honestly, what was really annoying was this technological friction that I mentioned before, right? Like setting up a wallet is easy, okay, right? Especially if you're in crypto.
Right.
But even us as crypto professionals, bridging a token to pay for transaction fees from one blockchain to the other is not that trivial, especially if certain bridges are offline or an exchange deactivates something. So to us, it took like ages sometimes to play certain games.
Okay.
And then the gaming experience wasn't really that satisfying to me.
Yeah, it wasn't as fun? No, okay. And then is your game, what blockchain is your game built on?
So we build on multi-chains, but we have the underlying fundamental layer is Scale blockchain.
Scale.
The benefit of this is actually gasless fees, so we pay for the transaction costs together with Scale, so the user doesn't have to pay for it, right? And that gives it a really good user experience. And Scale is actually massively grown, so get lots of support from them. They're really good guys.
Okay, I see. And since we mentioned Dubai earlier, would you say that Dubai is a video gaming hub?
Absolutely, yeah. I would say Dubai is a Web3 and tech hub in general, but gaming is certainly one of the markets that is literally exploding here. So yes, absolutely. I mean, some of the largest influencers in gaming are from the Middle East and from Dubai.
All right. And do you have any maybe predictions on the market, or maybe what you would like to see when it comes to just the Web3 and blockchain and crypto industry in general? How do you envision Q4 and the next year?
I mean, October historically has always been a good month for Bitcoin and crypto in general. I do think there could be a little bit more selling pressure, but long term, we're quite bullish. So we started actually building up positions when FTX imploded, not because, oh, wow, this is a great buying opportunity, but we were very surprised by how little actually Bitcoin dropped, because Bitcoin was trading at that time at about 20,500. And on the day of FTX implosion, it dumped about to 16,000, but then quickly rebounded to like 17,500. And when you put this in percentage terms, that's literally like 20-25%. And I mean, if
that's not a lot.
No, it's not, right? For an asset that had volatility analyzed of like 50 to 100% historically always, we were surprised positively. So we saw a lot of buying, and we started to build a small position there, and we're actually quite bullish for the long term.
Okay. And I know that IBloxx also invests in other companies and other video games. So can you tell me what the investment strategy is there?
I mean, we invest directly in assets that are traded. We sometimes do some seed funding investments as well. Currently, we don't, because we know that the market is quite dry, and we feel like that many companies are underfunded. So this is an addition. Yes, because the liquidity actually dried up quite significantly in the VC market compared to a year ago. We're literally at the lows from that end. Doesn't mean that good projects don't get funding, but for us, this is not our main business. We do it sometimes on occasions, but what we always do is we build up positions in Bitcoin and the major altcoins. Okay.
And what's the best way for someone to learn more about IBloxx Group, IBloxx Studios, and to reach out to you, connect with you?
Through the website probably. So ibloxx.com would be for the general IBloxx Group, or strayshot.game would be for the gaming company.
Okay, so when can we expect that to launch?
Strayshot is in beta currently. So we do weekly beta sessions where anyone can play, you can download, you can join. Next one is Friday. And yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Well, I can't wait to check that out. I'll let you know what I think once I play.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time today, Domenik.
Thank you.
And everyone, please stay tuned for the rest of CryptoTV and the market updates.
Render is up 7.95% this week, trading at $1.93. AXS is down 1.67% this week, with a price of $4.13. IMX is down nearly 1.83% this week. And Ape Coin is rallying, up 2.59% this past week.
That's all for today on all things gaming. Thank you for tuning in, and I remind you to check out Web3 TV's coverage of GITEX conference and the Future Blockchain Summit in Dubai going on this week. I'll see you guys next time.